right, so we're here with Zach from Diamond Select Toys to talk about some of the cool new stuff they have. Zach, what's the coolest thing you guys brought to the show this year?
Well, we are unveiling our Pacific Rim Uprising figures. So we got the first three, Gypsy Avenger, Saber Athena, I think, and I want to say Bracer Phoenix. And they're pretty cool. They're going to be have a lot of interchangeable hands and weapons and stuff in that larger select style. Toys R Us will have more basic ones with maybe a couple of extra weapons. But we're also going to be doing the kaiju. People were wondering about that. We are going to be doing them. They're going to be bigger. They're going to be vinyl. They are going to be articulated, maybe not as articulated as the figures, but they're going to be very cool. I don't know about packaging yet. I don't know about price point yet, but I think we're basically got the sculpt. We're going to send it to the factory and see what they tell us and see what we can put it in and all that. But it's going to be, they're going to be pretty cool, very detailed.
Now, as soon as you guys announced the Pacific Rim license for the sequel, a lot of people were asking questions about, are you guys going to be able to do any figures based on the first film?
Yes, we actually have a Gypsy Avenger throwback figure planned. Can't say we're going to do like Cherno Alpha or anybody like that, but we are going to do at least a classic Gypsy Danger.
And what about Mini-Mates?
As far as I know, we are going to be looking into Mini-Mates and Vini-Mates to apply to this license. Obviously, the figures are taking precedent right now.
Of course, yeah.
But I know that the interest is doing more there. Maybe we're holding off to see, reaction to the movie, but I think we'll probably develop, once we have the action figures well in hand, we'll start to look at what we can develop for that as far as the Mini-Mates go. I'd love to see some sort of combination of Mini-Mates and Vini-Mates that would make sense for that, but we'll have to see what's possible.
So almost like pilot Mini-Mates and like maybe some Vini-Mates of the Jaegers and Kaiju.
Yeah, some people, I don't think people, some people have been saying, they didn't necessarily want figures of pilots, but I think if we could get a Mini-Mate of a pilot with a Vini-Mate of a robot, that'd be really cool. That'd be my ideal. This is just me wish listing. I haven't heard much. I'm probably getting everybody's hopes up now, but hopefully we'll be able to make either Mini-Mates and or Vini-Mates happen for Pacific Rim. But the figures were our big, big focus at first. Mini-Mates and Vini-Mates are just fun, and the Vini-Mates have been doing great at the show, so I assume they would do great with Pacific Rim.
Fantastic. So what else can you tell us about some of the other cool new things you guys brought this year? I know you've got some new Predator, and you're launching the Beetlejuice line this year.
Well, we launched the Mini-Mates this year, yes. They're going to be hitting, the box set should hit comic shops real soon, and then 2 packs of Toys R Us. Predator, we have another assortment for Toys R Us exclusively, which is got the Bro Handshake with Dylan and Dutch, another Predators character, Nikolai, and a bunch of Kenner-inspired classic Predator figures, very colorful and fun. That's going to be only a Toys R Us, not a specialty. And then after that, I think we're going to be moving on to the Predator, the Shane Black relaunch. Yeah, new installment. I don't know if they're calling it a relaunch or just another installment. I don't know if they need to be relaunched. I've been enjoying every installment so far. So
is this the last we're going to see of the classic Predators for a little while?
Yeah, as far as I know, the next assortment is we did everybody on the team in Predator 1, and we have to pair a Predator 1 character with a Predator 1 Predator, or another Predator 1 character, so it really limited how we could offer things. So that's why you saw a lot of variations on that original classic Predator. But we also did a bunch of Predator 2 characters. Blind bags, obviously, that we didn't have that problem with that. Doing different characters from Predators. Nikolai is actually coming with one of the Kenner-style ones, so we got around it that way. But for Predator, the Predator, the new movie, it'll all be characters from that film. I haven't seen any designs yet. But as far as I know, we're not going to be pairing him up with other characters. Alien, now that we've got Covenant behind us, we're actually going to move on to another assortment of Alien Mini-Mates, and that one will be very cool. It's going to be going back to a couple other movies we haven't even touched yet, so look for stuff for Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection.
Fantastic. I know that's been the big question in a lot of people's minds with the Alien licensing.
Yes.
If you guys were going to go back and touch on those two or not.
Yeah, we're not going to go deep like we did with all the Marines from Aliens, and all the crew from Alien 1. But we're gonna dip our toe in and do some of the cooler stuff, and we still want to go back and finish off the Aliens crew and get that dropship out to people. It is still on the to-do list, but it's not no rush. The movie's not getting much older. It's still popular since 1986, so we're not worried about it. Yeah.
All right, and you guys already, I guess we just touched on Beetlejuice, and then. Is it later this year or early next year you have new Ghostbusters 2 figures coming?
The first Ghostbusters 2 assortment, Series 6, should be out, I think, by the end of the year, possibly, if not early 2018. And those are going to come with the first parts of the front of the Firehouse diorama. So Series 6, 7, and 8, we actually have most of them on display here. We're missing the gray-suited Peter, I believe. those will be spaced out from then. So spring and then maybe summer. We haven't even offered Series 8 yet. And then after that, it's real Ghostbusters, 2 assortments of real Ghostbusters, and you'll need all 5 to build the front of the firehouse. We had a great response to the rooftop. People seem to really like it. People have been buying a lot of the figures here at the show, to finish off their dioramas or maybe to get them started. So we're hopeful that the reaction to this will be just as strong, and that people are just as excited about Ghostbusters 2 characters. And we know they're excited about real Ghostbusters characters because we get all the letters.
Yeah. So just to make sure I got that right, you said that you need the real Ghostbusters characters in order to complete the firehouse diorama.
Yes, you need 9 Ghostbusters 2 characters, and you need 6 real Ghostbusters characters. There's actually going to be one Ghostbusters 2 character that's exclusive to comic shop specialty stores, Janos Poha. You'll only be able to get him in that select format, that diorama, $25 format. He won't be at Toys R Us. We just weren't sure how well he would do there. We didn't want him to be a shelf warmer. So there's actually going to be a new version of the Terror Dog at Toys R Us in his place in Series 7. So you'll get a translucent, ghostly Terror Dog, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's maybe not 100% movie accurate. There's some scenes where it's kind of when they're transforming, maybe you can see them kind of fading in and out. But there's also a Phantom Terror Dog in one of the real Ghostbusters episodes, so you can always pretend it's one of those.
Exactly, it's perfect for that. Now we've touched base on a lot of the big classic movies like Alien and Beetlejuice, Predator. What can you tell us about some of your upcoming comic properties and comic book based movies and things like that?
Well, we're doing a big thing for Justice League. You've seen some of the Vini-mates we've been putting out. We are going to be doing our gallery style PVC diorama statues. So a 9-inch scale. We've got the 5 guys from Justice League, Burgers and Fries. We got them in the case, and then Wonder Woman is still being worked on. We're doing a Wonder Woman, but she's still in approvals and being painted and all that. And so we'll have all 6, and they've all got different cool dioramas. Aquaman's got like waves crashing around him, and Batman's like vaulting over like a wall with flames and stuff. It's pretty cool. And we've also got some new Marvel Mini-Mates we're going to be showing off. Series 25 of Toys R Us is being shown for the first time, and that's a Spider-Man-centric wave. Our first ever Jack-O-Lantern. First ever Beetle. It's the current Beetle, daughter of Tombstone, and not the classic Beetle, but I'm sure Abner Jenkins is coming at some point. Yeah. And
last question on our end, I really have to ask. I know I asked you what's the coolest thing you brought. What's your personal favorite thing you guys brought to the show this year?
My personal favorite thing?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You always put me on the spot with that stuff. I should have these answers ready. I love the Vini-mates. The Vini-mates are a lot of fun. I love the Mini-mates too. Honestly, the Kingdom Hearts Mini-mates are a lot of fun to me.
Yeah.
I'm not a Kingdom Hearts gamer, and I like Disney as much as any normal person does. I'm not like a Disney super fan. I've been to Disney World once in my adult life.
Yeah.
And it's to see Mickey and Goofy and Donald and Sora, and then we've got Tron.
Tron's
and
doing it for me too.
Donald Duck in his Space Paranoids outfit, and then we've got those are especially exclusive, and then Toys R Us exclusive. You got Timeless Mickey and Donald, which is from that world where they're all black and white. They look like they're from Steamboat Willie.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do an assortment of blind bags, and you'll see stuff like some of the variants on Sora, and the Birth by Sleep variants for Donald and Mickey. And Sark from Tron is in there too. I don't know if he's in the blind bags or in Series 2, but he's coming. So it's very cool. And one of the Shadows, one of the bad guys. So I think he's a blind bag, so you can like army build him.
Yeah.
But it's a fun line, and they're fun designs. And not just the Disney characters, the Sora too. And so it's I've always admired the designs, even though I never played any of those games, the Final Fantasies or anything like that. So I'm really excited about that we can bring such a high-profile license to Mini-Mates. Granted, we've done a lot of high-profile licenses, but there's still people in this day and age who don't know what Mini-Mates are.
Yeah.
And there's some little hope in the back of my head that's like, maybe this was what will put Mini-Mates on the map. I see like Mickey Mouse as a Mini-Mate, and these great Kingdom Hearts characters as Mini-Mates. But fingers crossed.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a GameStop. GameStop did some Mass Effect Mini-Mates once, but they haven't done a lot with Mini-Mates. But getting them back in there, I think, is a real score. And we're looking at some other video game stuff that will eventually be in Mini-Mate form, and also like galleries, and I think action figures. So hopefully that license is another one that's going to get us a lot more exposure as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your time.
No, thank you, man.
It's great talking to you. And then we're coming to you live from New York Comic Con. Thanks, guys.